You make no effort to understand us at all. And you think that's entertaining to us? Folks, I've warned you repeatedly, and I've warned you, and not so much because I think you're on the right, the wrong side of right. You're on the right side of right. But because some of you work at companies, represent companies, and talk to people who own companies who are under the mistaken impression that catering to the rage mob and the blue check mark Twitter brigade of lunatic social justice warriors, that doing that is a good move for your business. I cannot emphasize to you in strong enough terms how a small pocket of what were relatively anonymous losers 10 and 15 years ago have managed through the use of social media platforms to make you believe that this small pocket of basement-dwelling losers, otherwise known as the social justice warrior outrage mob, they make you believe that they're a bigger presence in the market than they are. So you're a company, for example, whatever, Joey Bag of Donuts Inc. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. You have a product. The product is, has a name they don't like or a photo they don't like, and they come after you and say, look, Joey Bag of Donuts Inc. is racist. It's not the people saying, and when I people, I mean the market. It is a small group of losers sitting in their basement roasting s'mores in a Snuggie. But because they're on Twitter and they talk to each other and other social media platforms, it makes you believe that a huge portion of your customers are offended by this product you sell with a photo that nobody cared about 5 minutes ago. Maybe it's a photo like Lando Lakes of the Indian woman, sitting there with the Lando Lakes. Remember that? Oh my gosh, we're all offended. Nobody cared about that for 50, 60 years. But now all of a sudden everybody's offended, right? So you're Joey Bag of Donuts, you're in your board, oh my gosh, you're in your boardroom, hair's on fire, everybody comes in, look what I saw on Twitter, this is crazy, they're coming after us, our customers are going to boycott, we're not going to have any Joey Bag of Donuts Inc. donuts left, we got to stop, we got to get rid of this tomorrow. No, you don't. Large swaths of America don't give a hoot about your packaging. They don't care about the name Redskins. They don't care about any of this stuff. It's all made up, fake outrage mob nonsense. Having said that, catering to the rage mob will cost you customers you thought would be cost by keeping your packaging that the little Snuggie brigade told you was a bad idea. You don't believe me? Again, as I've told you 22,642 times, when you cater to the left-wing rage mob and you do what they want you to do, we're going to kneel, we're going to genuflect for the Black Lives Matter, pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. What happens? Well, look at this story in Breitbart. Again, totally, completely unexpected by every sane, rational person in the United States. Warner Todd Houston, Breitbart. Story will be up in the show notes today. Please check it out. Bongino.com/newsletter to access the newsletter/show notes. Same thing. Ratings crash for NBA and Major League Baseball after protests-filled debuts. Someone close to me, I'm not going to say who, but shares my last name. Maybe one of my brothers. Maybe the older one. I'm not saying who it is, though. Called me this weekend, and we were talking about baseball, and poor guy brought up Major League Baseball and the Yankees, and I say poor guy because he didn't expect a 5-minute me lacing into him about baseball. He was really just calling a chat. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to say who it is, and he may share my last name and be my middle brother, and his first name may be James, but maybe could be another guy too. So poor guy calls me, and I said to him, the point I was trying to make him about baseball and the kneelers now is you're catering to an audience that expects to be entertained, right? Joe, I'm not crazy, right? When you watch a movie or you watch sports, 99.99% of you, listen to me, I'm going to walk through this so everybody understands, especially the liberals who are having a tough time understanding why massive numbers of people are tuning out. 99.9% of people have no vested interest in that outcome at all. They don't have an ownership stake in the team. Most of them don't own season tickets. Most of them aren't trading on some equity stake they have in the team. Most of them don't have a kid playing in the team. What are there, 400-something Major League Baseball players? I don't know. The overwhelming number of people watching don't have a son or a daughter who's pitching in the game. It's not like your kid's Little League team where you're like, gosh, that's my son on the mound. Like, let's go, Bobby. You're watching for the sole purpose of being entertained. Was it Gladiator, Russell Crowe? Are you not entertained? Right? Drew will throw in a Gladiator. He always does. He texts me after the show. That's the purpose. You're there to be entertained. Folks, am I reading this wrong? If I am, email me. I'm happy. Send me a Parler post. Send me a Twitter post, Facebook. I'm happy to hear the alternative side is. But the sole purpose is to be entertained. How am I entertained? A guy, very seriously now, sarcasm aside, who loves this country. Loves, not likes. Not thinks it's cool, not thinks it's okay. Not wants to pat it on the back, but loves with a passion this country. How am I entertained when you take a knee in total disrespect for our national anthem and you basically slap me in the face and give me the double-barrel middle finger? Oh, no. You listen to the liberals on social media, they're saying, stop saying that, Dan. They're not disrespecting the national anthem. No, they are. Because they're kneeling, which is always considered, when a national anthem has been played, a sign of disrespect. That's why we stand in unison and put our hands over our hearts, and we don't kneel. Kneeling is meant as a form of protest, to protest something. And you'll say, well, you guys, the liberals will respond, you guys are reading this all wrong. This is a social justice protest. Okay, protest. That's not how it started. Kaepernick, when he was very clear he was protesting the country, the guy who started this, the former dreadful 49ers quarterback. And what I find interesting is liberals are asking us to understand them. You need to understand what we're doing here, while making no effort whatsoever to understand us. How people who, like me, police officer, federal agent, but really just an American, how people like you, teachers, architects, military officers, military soldiers, enlisted folks out there who fought for this country for nothing, for no money, you're not getting rich off it, and who work to make this country a better place every day, who support Donald Trump and support conservative values. You make no effort to understand us at all. And you think that's entertaining to us?
You just heard Dan Bongino.